Say what I don't like, what I don't with the young niggas now that's getting so much money.
You talking about period or in New Orleans?
Period. Like these got all this money, right? And talking about they want all the smoke and they want beef. Maybe you don't sit your rich ass down somewhere, man. Like it's so many other motherfuckers you could be saying, you talking about you with the smoke. No, you're not, man. Why are you with the smoke? For what? You just come from the smoke. But you taking that same energy to the industry, that don't work like that. OG Celo from the ghetto. You know I'm rocking with my homie Video Wayne. One thing about them, the young dudes is this, right? And I always say this, right? They allow mistakes. Old don't get no pass. The young dudes are allowed to make mistakes. Like sometimes you'll be in your feelings. That's why I always tell motherfuckers, like, people always say, like, whatever I say, I can stand on it. That shit not true. You can say that shit and be in your feelings, or you say some stupid shit out of emotions, and then you got motherfuckers following behind you, and you really don't feel like that the next day. So I react different when it comes to them younger dudes. You can't do them dudes that. Like we used to be the same dudes. We've been there before. You stupid one day, you smart the next day. Like, especially if you fuck with them, you got to give them a pass. It's nowhere in the world you can't allow a young nigga to make a mistake and you say you fuck with him as OG.
Say, bitch, I see you got out that car on this side, yeah? You smart.
I see you ain't been back to the A yet, though.
Man, I'm out. Bitch, we always in the A. Bitch, my brother got out. My brother in jail for murder in Atlanta.
It's a such thing as being too real. It's such thing as being too real. Because what'll happen is sometimes your realness will rub people the wrong way. We always say we don't give a fuck how people feel. That's not the truth. Like you give a fuck about how people feel that you love. But sometimes you'll even rub them the wrong way. Like, right? Because it's kind of like you don't have no remorse behind nothing you say. And sometimes it's good. Sometimes you gotta be like, they ain't ready for this shit.
And like I said earlier, at the moment, and I was thinking about keep that same. That's what they're saying. Keep that energy. Keep that same energy come from. And then nigga can't keep because you don't feel like that later.
Right.
That's that picture you say that painted that shit for me.
Say like. Because everybody ain't ready for everything. Everybody don't get things the same way. So like motherfuckers be like, keep that same energy. You can't have that same energy with everybody. Like that, no man, that's not how you do business. Because if you have that same energy with everybody, that means I don't do business with emotions. Like I leave my emotions at the door when I do business. Now I ain't gonna tell you when I come out that bitch I'm not emotional. But I know I can't go in there like that because me feeling some kind of weird, they have me saying all kind of stupid ass shit. I like to go in that bitch and come out with a check. I ain't trying to go in that bitch and come out with a body.
Everybody I interviewed, they respectively put the name OG on there.
See, they gave me that name though. Like, I ain't give myself that name. Like, the youngsters just start calling me OG. Even some of the older dudes know it's crazy. Like, even some of my older partners who older than me call me OG. That should be funny as a motherfucker. Seriously, that should be funny as a fuck.
What do you think they come from? Wisdom or?
Probably longevity. Like, cause I always talk to them, the dude about, last. Like, lasting is a motherfucker. And they know how hard it is for a motherfucker to last down here and they understand, like, kind of the things that I've been through and shit like that.
Gotcha.
I ride for my dog. Ride my crime, you hear me?
I say, bro, what we got coming up right here? What's this right here?
I used to hang around a lot of young dudes, right? But what I realized is, I used to tell them so much bad that shit started looking like I was preaching.
You say you used to tell them so much bad shit?
Yeah, because I felt like what's good already understood. But soon as them niggas start doing something stupid, I'd be like, nah, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. So most of the time I was around, all it was don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, because they do a lot of stupid shit. But their mistakes will get you killed. So I have to get from around. I'm here for you when you need me, but your mistakes will get me killed. You might bump your head. I can't afford to bump my motherfucking head. I bump my head and crack my skull. You can afford to bump your head.
You mean young, yeah? Forgiven for a lot of shit.
You got to, bro. In our times like as in we all, like say, like jail or nothing. Like nigga be in that bitch every other week because we stealing cars, like, and all this kind of stupid ass shit. Everybody went to the B-roll. And from the B-roll, it started going to the Paris. Like, but like we all crossing each other, and like as in when you see a real nigga on the street, when you see him in jail, it's a fun time. Like that's how it was just in our time, bro. This shit was kind of like fun time. That's why I always be saying like jail ain't no kind of rehabilitation.
Would you say a lot of bonds was created in jail?
Oh, definitely. Like niggas binds in jail. Niggas binds in jail. They say, well, listen, do not get this twisted, right? You grow up with a nigga, right? And you can make a bind with a nigga in that penitentiary, and you and him gonna come home and y'all gonna be on some different shit because y'all survived something different. Like that penitentiary, like the streets.
We talking like, about different wars, different.
I'm talking about. I wouldn't listen. Well, different wards. Like you will get binds with niggas from different states, bro. Like that's just how this shit go. Because like as in, when you're in the streets, you can fess for self. That don't happen in that penitentiary. Like you really can't fess for self because it's gonna be sometimes when you don't have. You gonna need somebody in that motherfucker. Are you gonna have one of the fucked up days where you gonna need some uplift? Say, check this out, right? It's an old man named Papa, right? It's Jernell and Milton Daddy. Jernell out of Magnolia, Milton out of Cali, right? Named Papa, right? That man raised me in the penitentiary. He taught me so much, you know what? And I never knew he knew my paw. Soon as they saw me come through that, the nigga like. But as in like, that's how them dudes are different. They just move different.